Now I know this was not a very good Buddhist thing to do, I admit that, but I could not stop myself by telling this nurse, except Ajahn Brahm, see? And this nurse was very upset, she ran away. But before we go on to that story, another card, WTJ 9963, WTJ 9963, I give you permission to move. You better move soon. WTJ 9963. So, I went into her room, and of course the first thing I did was ask her, why did you put that notice on the door? Why did you say absolutely no visitors except for me? And what she said next really hit me hard. And I've shared that story with so many thousands of people. She said, when all my relations and friends come in here and see me so thin and wasted because of my cancer, just all skin and bones, looking like some person from the Auschwitz concentration camp, she said, they all get emotionally upset. They get so sad. And she said, again, I've got to deal with my own imminent death. I don't want to deal with their emotional problems, their grief and their fear and their pain of seeing me like this. She said, I'm the only one who goes in there and treats her like a person, not like a sickness. From that time on, I realized, and I've taught other people, whenever you do go into a hospital and see a loved one, please talk to the person, don't talk to the sickness. Don't talk to the cancer. Don't say, how are you feeling today? Which is the dumbest question you can possibly ask. If they were feeling well, they wouldn't be in hospital, would they? So they're feeling sick. Don't ask them that. That's what the doctors and nurses so keep on saying, how are you feeling today? So you're a friend, you're a relation. Talk about anything else except their cancer, their illness, their imminent death. And she said, that's what I do. I kept on telling her the latest jokes. So she said, what's the latest joke, Ajahn Brahm? She wanted to be treated as a person, as if she was happy and well, and she just wanted to have a nice cup of coffee with her friend. That's how she wanted to be treated. So she taught me. She taught me how to deal with sick and dying people. Don't look at their death, don't look at their sickness. There's a person there. Talk to the person. And that's what they really want. And if they want to talk about their death, then they'll ask about that, and then you can help them. But really, they're dealing with that in their own way. And the last thing they want is your emotional baggage planted on them. So if you really love the person you're visiting in hospital, if you really want the very best for them, then don't think of yourself and your fear and your pain. Empathize with them. They're dealing with it. What they want from you is permission to be sick, permission to be themselves, and eventually permission to pass away and die. If you can do that, you free them. And so often many people have been sick in a hospital for weeks and also days and days. And that's really all they need to pass away. How many of you have been in a hospital with a dying person, holding their hand, talking to them, and they're not dying? You just go out of the room to get some dinner or go to the toilet, or while you're away, they die. That is so common in my experience. The reason is because when the family are around, you don't let them die. You keep holding them on. And that's not a very wonderful thing to do. So please, let people die. There's nothing wrong with it. It's part of life. And when this body is old and sick, it's one of the best things to do. This is one story which I tell at funeral services in Australia. Because this was a story about these two elderly people. They'd been married for so many years. They were so close to each